Race number 3 at Sha Tin on Wednesday night for our all-weather programme. 1,200 metres the trip here for the third, headed by Encore Boy back into Class 3, where he's got a very good record. Harbour Alert, cheek pieces go back on, a 2-time course and distance winner. Lucky Time, first up from November, since November, barrier 1. He does like to roll forward, as does Winning Supreme. He's got barrier 8. Just Not Listening, a 2-time course and distance winner this season. Kobe Upper's 1 from 1 course and distance. Home Run makes his all-weather debut at start number 40. With just the 8 of them going round now with complacency out. Winning Supreme has been up at Chung Fa 2 trips in actual fact, Pratt, in the last month.
Well, this is 1,200 metres and we up the ante here from 5 to Class 3. So we've got some form to deal with here, some solid form, and Kobe Opper's got that on the surface. Winning Supreme does as well, and they're both front-running types. Encore Boy's never really too far away in the early stages, and Harbour Alert as well. So there does look to be quite a lot of pace, even though it's a small field. It'll be a real scamper in the early stages. No place for the faint-hearted.
No, it's an interesting race. This Team Fortune down the back straight goes really nicely here, as you can see. Well-rated horse now. We know he loves the surface. He's a multiple winner on it. Joe Moreira aboard from barrier 3. So a few positives there around Team Spirit. Just Not Listening. He didn't trial very well recently. It was quite an ordinary trial. So I just thought I'd show his track work. If you do like him, you can see how he's going in his track work, but you'd have to take him on trust a little bit if you do like him. And Kobe Opper, once he came onto the surface, he was a big winner. He's had another run at Happy Valley since, and he ran pretty well behind High Five. So he's a horse in form at the moment, and he's only had the 3 starts.
All right, we'll come back to Kobe Opper and jockey Sha Tin in a moment or so. We'll start off our search for the winner, though, with Team Fortune and Winning Supreme. Yep,
Team Fortune, been around for a while. Start 34 for him Wednesday night. He is a 5-time winner overall, 3 over the course and distance. A lot of his better form's been on this surface, and this was a terrific run from him. Winning Supreme has always struggled in this class, but he can make his presence felt through the first 3 quarters of the race.
Yeah, he's a pace influence, but I just think from 8 he's going to find it too hard with all this pace underneath him. So if he does get to the front, I think he's going to have to work.
All right, that's Winning Supreme. What about Kobe Opper, a winner on this surface already? Ed Sadler caught up with Sha Tin.
Kobe Opper, you've ridden him on all 3 tracks here in Hong Kong. Does the dirt suit him best?
Yes, of course he's definitely won the race on the dirt. I know his pedigree behind his dirt pedigree, so I think this is why he handled the dirt pretty well.
What do you make of his chances for Wednesday night?
Yeah, of course he goes back on it now, and I think he's gonna get his chance back again from a good draw also.
What about him as a horse? He's only had 3 starts. What's he like for you to ride?
He's actually a very generous horse. He tried to run all his best all the time. Last run was a very good run at the Valley. Just first time up there, he was a little bit lost. But coming at the Sha Tin track again on a dirt, I think it will suit him perfectly.
And it's a busy week coming up for you. You're after Australia to ride there for the first time at Randwick on Saturday.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity came from trainer Chris Wallace, so I took it with both hands, and I look forward to go to ride in Australia.
Yeah, great opportunity for Sha. We wish him well, and Kobe Opper here with a live chance as well. It's a good race, though. Encore Boy, what do we make of his chances? Looking at a trial here, along with Just Not Listening, but the record in this class, outstanding. 13 starts in this grade. He's only been out of the top 4 3 times.
Yeah, look, it's another really good trial from Encore Boy. He just has to give weight away. That's his problem. I mean, Kobe Opper comes in 117 and Encore Boy at 133. But he's a very honest horse. I couldn't have Just Not Listening on this, even though that track work was better.
Yeah, I put him in for 4th, only because he likes the surface, Just Not Listening, but it was a very poor trial. And the thing with Encore Boy, first up, he's OK. Second up, he's generally a lot better. And he's sort of at the peak of his rating now. So I think he can place for sure, but I'll take him on the win.
All right, what about Harbour Alert and Lucky Time, who's fresh up from a break?
Yep, Harbour Alert. Interesting, these Harbour horses have gone to Michael Chang. This one's already had 2 starts with him. Cheek pieces go back on for the 2nd time. And he is a speed horse. He's won twice and had 6 minors from 15, so he could be one that is overlooked at a bit of a price potentially.
Lucky Time, the other one. I think he's looking for another race. This looks a bit short for him, 1,200.
Yeah, I tend to think one to put in the fridge.
All right. OK, Kobe Opper, those come up as favourite, Paul.
Hard to beat, I think, by the fact that American bred, one start on the surface and a winner. So he's on top. Home runners coming to the surface for the first time. He's the one that could add a bit of value, I think, to exotics. Encore Boy and Team Fortune, we both talked about. 7-9-1-3.
Same. Paul was onto this the first time he raced on the all-weather and he won well and ran an honest race at the Valley following up back onto the turf. But I think this is another race winnable for him. Team Fortune, Encore Boy will run their normal honest races, I feel, and I threw in Just Not Listing, but I'd take the 7 in the queue with 1 and 3.
All right, so we've all got the 1, 3 and the 7 in our numbers. That was race number 3, the first leg of the 6-up. When we come back, it'll be race number 4, which is the first leg of the Triple Trio.